Hello, fourth graders. It's Miss Kavarik, and I am here with Science Lesson 17. So we already started learning about the water cycle yesterday. We're going to do 2 days of it just because it is important and there's a lot of vocabulary that goes along with it. So I want to make sure that you get 2 days of it and you get a good grasp on it. So let's go over this PowerPoint together and then I'll show you the Google form you'll be answering today. So here's a little visual just to help you remember what we're learning about. So remember the water cycle, it's called a cycle because it keeps going around and around and around. It never stops. Water is constantly moving throughout the water cycle and it is powered by the sun. So let's start with the water here in this, whatever this is, ocean, it looks like because there's a shark there. So we've got the ocean here. As the sun heats that ocean water, the water begins to turn into a gas. So liquid to gas, that is called evaporation. And that is caused by the sun heating the water. And when you add heat to water, eventually it will turn into a gas. Then, as the water is now water vapor in the air, we'll talk about this later, but there's a process that starts to happen that causes clouds to form, and that is called condensation. So that gas is turning back into a liquid, and we now have liquid clouds. Condensation, C for clouds. Now our clouds start to get a bit too heavy. There's too much water in that cloud, so it needs to precipitate. Precipitation is any form of water that is falling from the sky. All right, let's go over those terms again. So evaporation is going to be a liquid to gas. So in this picture here, the sun is heating the ocean and it's turning the liquid water into water vapor, which is a gas. Condensation, if you've seen like this picture here on the right, droplets of water, sometimes if you have food that is too hot and you maybe close it, those little droplets of water will form on the lid. It happens to drinks. If you have a cold drink, it'll start to condense on the sides. You'll see water dripping down the sides of the glass. That's condensation. That is the gas turning into a liquid. And that's also how clouds are formed. Precipitation is water that falls to the earth in any form. So here's our 4 forms. We've got rain, sleet, hail, and snow. So hail is like ice. It's very hard. It's like a solid. Sleet is kind of a combination in between rain and snow. It's like an icy snow, icy rain. Runoff is exactly what it sounds like. It's when water runs downhill. So if you see water going down a mountain, down a hill, down a street, that is called runoff. What provides energy for the water cycle to move? I just told you this in the beginning, so try and think of the answer if you know it. What makes that water cycle move? What powers it? What gives it the energy? And that answer is the sun. Just like the sun helps plants grow and keeps many different things on our earth alive, it also helps the water cycle move. All right, cloud formation. So we know that condensation is the process of those clouds being formed. So that liquid water goes into the air. It's now water vapor. So we've got our water vapor, which is gas. Now the water vapor is going to attach to these dust, dirt, rock particles that are in our atmosphere. So when that water vapor attaches to those little particles, so whether it's the dust or the rocks or whatever is in the sky at that time, it's going to start to form a cloud droplet. So when millions of these little water vapor particles and dust particles come together, eventually it will form a cloud. And now we know when that cloud gets too heavy, when there's too much water inside of that cloud, it's going to fall down to the earth. Depending on what the temperature is, it could be snow, sleet, hail, or rain. All right, just a quick introduction, reminder about the water cycle. I hope that helped you a little bit. Now you're going to answer these questions on Science Lesson 17. The first part, you're going to be using this picture here. So you're going to look at the picture and label each part, all right? Please make sure that when you're answering these questions, refer back to this PowerPoint. I will post it with the assignment. And if you need any help, as always, reach out to your teachers. Use that video chat schedule. We are here to help you. I hope you guys have a great Thursday, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye, Adams.